Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
But this is how things go. It is literally, I'm on my own today. All right, there. Hang on.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.
All right, we're just coming in hot with Andrew from Twin Bears Bakery. Yeah, you probably couldn't hear me a couple of times because I got to have all the screens live in order for you to hear. It's just a complex thing. We just have things wired here in a strange way, but that's how we roll. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
This is like afternoon for you, though, I'm sure.
Early evening.
Early evening. You've already had your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
Twin Bears Bakery, I met you at Common Market a couple years ago before you moved into your location here at South Carroll Street. Mm-hmm. How long have you been there now?
Well, we just celebrated a year.
Okay.
And that's funny you said that. I was thinking about, when we first connected, and that was years ago, Common Market parking lot.
Yeah.
So this interview has been a long time coming. But yeah, we just celebrated a year, January 8th. So huge shout out, Frederick, everybody who shows up and supports us every day. We're definitely a testament to the love and support that our local businesses get here in Frederick, because it takes a community, and we're beyond surviving. We're definitely thriving and growing every day, and so huge thank you to everybody out there that shows up for us.
That is amazing. Okay, so the bakery business, suddenly I feel like we've steered away from breweries and distilleries here in Frederick, and we've shifted right into how many bakeries can our county withstand. What is your thought on the number? Now, you started as a cottage baker?
Oh, yeah. We started baking in our home. COVID hit. The world exploded. And what can you do?
Yeah.
And I decided to start baking for my friends and family. So I would go, just kind of reminder, you'd go up, you'd knock on the door, put a loaf down and run back.
I love that kind of the dine and dash, or the doorbell dash. Yeah, great.
And then we'd sit and we'd have a conversation, and then I would go back and get my next loaf and rinse and repeat. And then people wanted to start buying our bread and selling our bread. And we started doing farmers market half a block away from here, when the downtown farmers market on Sunday was right down the road here. And and the rest, it's just grown from there slowly but surely over the years. So we're now in our 6th year of operation.
That's amazing. Have you always baked?
No, I've always been really passionate about food.
Okay.
And it's actually a huge curveball, because the one thing I didn't do was bake. My main passion for a long time was cooking with fire. So, the idea of having a restaurant where everything was cooked over an open flame was something that I was really interested in, or like a small sandwich shop. But I was never interested in bread, and decided to take that leap and learn that side of it. And it's just a deep, very enjoyable rabbit hole to fall into.
Yeah. Now, you have what is your specialty? Are you sourdough, or you do all kinds of things now?
Yeah, we do a lot of different stuff. The core part of our business is sourdough, but even beyond that, our mission statement is supporting farmers, millers, and communities through bread. Right. So what does that look like? Well, we source all of our grains locally, right? We do have a full milling operation. We mill all our whole wheat in-house. But,
I was just going to ask about that, because that's huge right now on social media, everybody milling there. And so we're going to talk about that in a second. But
earmark that. But then also, how do we support our farmers? Well, Frederick is such a diverse farming location. You go out in the county, and we have some amazing farmers working to help feed our community. So when you come down and you get one of our favorite bagel sandwiches is a local veggie sandwich. Well, it's always revolving based on, what fresh vegetables we have coming in for our farms. So we'll pickle stuff, prepare stuff, make a pesto, and we'll work with whatever we have coming in fresh. Luckily, we've got a huge variety that we're able to pull from, because we have such wonderful farmers in the county.
Yeah, this is something I'm really, really passionate about. This has kind of been my mission this year, first of all, to promote our local agriculture, our local farmers doing extraordinary stuff. I'm just personally trying to eat as close to whole, real food as possible. I think it's insane that we have bread now that does not even mold, that can stay good, I guess, or edible for a month. Like that to me is just nothing good can come from that. And I think that the rise in gluten intolerances and stomach issues and GI issues stems from a lot of the stuff that we're putting in our food to make it longer shelf stable. And this is what I love. When I lived in Australia for 7 years, we went to the baker, we went to the butcher, we bought all of our produce locally as much as possible. I think we need to get back to that. And I'm so glad you guys are here right downtown as access to that, which is phenomenal. And the milling of the flour, a lot of people are saying that the flour we buy has all the good stuff stripped. And you're not even getting, I can't even remember, not the husk, but there's a term, I'm sure you know, of the best part of the wheat when you mill it. And most people who mill their own flour, buy the wheat whole, are actually not having the issues that they had by eating other types of stuff made with flour.
You know, I think we're going to have to, excuse me, I think we're going to have to hire you as our spokesperson, because I come and I tell these stories all the time, and you know, and I've got key talking points, and you've just nailed them. It's like we had this scripted. So yeah, if you're looking to moonlight as a Spoon Bears spokesperson,
you got it.
You got to work something out.
You got it.
I'll tell you, you know, we were lucky enough to be exposed to a lot of different traditional bread cultures, and we just did a trip to Italy, and there you have this thriving food ecosystem where the corner baker and your corner butcher and where you get your cheese from is all hyper localized just within that neighborhood, right? So, and that's something I talk about all the time. You know, people, more and more people discover us are just really enamored with, you know, what we're bringing to the community. And one of the things I say is like, you know, thank you, but we're really not remaking the wheel here. We're really, if anything, we're working in reverse.
Regressing, right? Regressing to the stuff of yesterday.
Yeah, going back to the way things used to be. And, you know, people would ask me all the time. I mean, I like to be sensitive because I don't want to give out medical advice. I need to be careful here. But there are a lot of people that are rediscovering bread because they can tolerate bread that's fermented, that's sourdough. And so I get a lot of people like, what's the secret? And I'm like, it's flour, water, and salt.
Right.
Like there's actually no secret is the secret, you know?
Right.
So yeah, no, it's great. And you know, I want to touch on one other thing. You know, we get a lot of people that are passionate about our business, people that have been buying bread from us for, you know, 5 years now. And they mentioned, hey, there's all these bakeries popping up. Are you okay? And I'm like, we're fine. Yeah. Right. Like for one, Frederick takes care of their own. Right. Yeah. So, you know, we're lucky enough to hold space downtown with wonderful people. I mention them all the time. Kim and Dan from Bakehouse, right? They're fantastic people. And we're really kind of the anchors of bakers that are from the community, that are making from the community, for the community. And you know, people are going to come and go. You know, there's different franchised corporations are going to pop up and they're going to do their thing. And that's fine. That's not really the market.
Right.
And, or the relationship we're looking at making with Frederick. So, yeah, I'm not worried about it at all.
No, you shouldn't be. You know, I do, and kind of like the brewery thing. Yeah. There's, you know, enough for everybody. We have enough population to support everything here, and the cream will rise to the top, right? It's and I think that Frederick in particular certainly embraces locally owned. You live here, you work here, you know, provide for the community in big ways. And, you know, we don't get that sometimes from these big corporations. And you know, but I think a lot of people, if you are gluten intolerant, if you cannot eat, you know, the pastas and the breads, I encourage you to do some research and try some of these locally produced breads, because I think you will find a huge difference. Here's the big thing. A lot of people who try, first of all, when I lived in Australia, it's a huge thing that American food cannot be imported into Europe or Australia. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know about what we're doing to our food. Secondly, the food that is sold by the national brands like Nestle and Kellogg's and all of the General Mills, looks nothing like what we have here because they have to meet certain standards, and we don't have them here anymore. It is really, it's sad, it's disheartening when you look at the obesity epidemic and the health epidemic in this country. You really have to look right at the food. And we need to turn it around. I know I'm doing it for my family. I started a little garden bed, buying from local producers. Here's the other thing. I didn't even realize that you go down the rabbit hole when you buy your meats. And this is what I love about the CSAs we have here in Frederick County. And a CSA, what does it stand for? Cooperative?
Community Supported Agriculture.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
You can purchase all of these local things through a CSA. Get your meat, your eggs, your produce, your breads, which is phenomenal because I just was listening to somebody the other day about the meat that we eat could come from over 1,000 different steer and in your meat. And I love the fact that you can actually buy from the farmer where you know it is one steer. They can actually give you the bloodline of what you're consuming and how that animal was fed and what everything about it. And to me, I think that's so important. I don't think we take enough time to do that. And
that's I had no idea. I could talk about this for hours, so I'm going to try to compartmentalize it because that's been one of the things in where our mission statement comes from.
Yeah,
supporting farmers, millers, and communities through bread. Because when you follow into it, you realize like the small dairy farmer or the small person that's raising 10 steers on his property to help feed his community. I mean, it's difficult out there for them. And it's difficult to make a living, but we've got people. There's a business we deal with, purifying pastures, that buy our bread as part of their CSA, and they also raise sustainably raised meat on their property, right? So they do pork and they do beef and chicken, and when you really get into it, like how much care they're putting into their meat, and we could talk about the health benefits, but there's something I like to change a little bit. Is let's just talk about the flavor.
Right.
Because when you eat a sustainably produced wonderful piece of sourdough bread, or you have a steak from a local cattleman that was butchered well, and this cow was cared for, it just tastes better, right?
Yeah.
So for those of us that are trying to talk about how we can support the health and wellness of our community through food, I think we get lost in a lot of stuff that is alarming, right? But we forget to talk about, hey, those eggs just taste better. Yeah, bread tastes better. Yeah. That meat, that ground beef, you're gonna make a burger and you're gonna eat it. You're gonna be like, this is different. Yeah, it tastes better. So, I think making sure we lead with that and then let people discover it that way, and then you can start. Yeah, well, there's a problem with American food system, and I think going back to COVID, that was something all of a sudden we realized we couldn't get toilet paper, we couldn't get
right.
And people went through that panic of like, all of a sudden the system that was here for us isn't there or is in jeopardy. Yeah. And so the way that, us as bakers, we really flourished at that time because we were sourcing all of our grains locally, right? Yeah. So we didn't need that mill in the Midwest, and then all the logistical problems they were having with fuel costs were skyrocketing. Right. They couldn't get the chemicals they needed for the fields, and there was this huge disruption. And a lot of larger bakeries fell apart and had to close because they couldn't deal with that supply chain operation breaking down. We were fine. Yeah. I just drive an hour and a half up the road. Yeah. And pick up a load of grain from our local farmer. So we're fine. We'll be fine. And I think that's an important thing to talk about too.
Yeah. Well, I interview a lot of holistic practitioners. And again, I think, people who may be new here to Frederick County probably don't understand the rich history of agriculture in Frederick County. And actually, I know we always talk about, we're building so much and the land's going away and all that good stuff. But I got to tell you, one good thing about Frederick County is we have about 140,000 acres that are preserved for agriculture, that will always be agriculture here in Frederick County, which is brilliant. And I love that I have met so many first generation farmers, which is so exciting. And you have these huge successes like Moon Valley Farm, where she grew up in like Baltimore, outside Baltimore County, or in Baltimore County. and has just done tremendous things. You've got Pleasant Hill Produce. I love them. I think it's just really phenomenal that this generation of young people is coming up going, you know what? I think not only do I want to do this for myself and my family, but I can do it for a community. And we love that. And that's why I really love what you guys stand for, what you do. You're working with other people who are doing similar things. I just think it's amazing. And so I know we want to support you and everything you're doing. So how do people get your stuff? I had your website up here a little bit. They can come right to the shop, but you have a lot of other opportunities for them to purchase.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a great segue too. So of course, come and see us, 125 South Carroll, Suite 104. We are actually in a building that was historically built as a bakery, that functioned as a bakery from 1909.
Oh, really?
Up and through the 80s. And part of this project was actually preserving, rehabilitating, and setting it up to showcase some of the history of Frederick.
That is awesome.
Yeah, which was
that's
great.
really kind of very poetic, I think, with your whole stance. I love it.
Yeah, well, so consider this an invite. You've got to come
I
and
will.
check it out.
I am
All
coming.
right. Yeah, so that's, we'd love to see you there. We do have a lot of other options. I'm going to go down, great segue, by the way, Moon Valley Farms, wonderful CSA, great story. Emma, the owner, I've spent many times chatting with her late at night, delivering bread. So I should preface this by saying, bias alert, they are customers of ours.
Yeah.
We do buy their stuff. They do sell our stuff. But I'll tell you, just in my long conversations with Emma, somebody who cares about the land, somebody who cares about the people that she serves, cares about the team there. They're wonderful. Also, I'm glad you followed up Pleasant Hill Produce right down the road. Farmer Ben, somebody who's been serving the community here for a number of years. And again, hugely passionate about what he does.
Yeah.
Grows great food. And again, a good friend of our bakery. So our breads are available through both of their CSAs. If you want to stop by a grocery store, our breads are stocked at both of the common markets. We deliver there fresh Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So you can stop by any one of those days and get fresh bread. I will say, be careful. I'm hearing more and more that the breads are regularly sold out there. So I do suggest people go Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday. If you really want bread, get there early.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's a great problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. Yeah, and I just want to say, a lot of people know us for our breads. We are very proud of. We do traditional New York style bagels, so that's boiled and baked fresh every morning. We are the only outfit that is making bagels, rolling them by hand, boiling them fresh in the morning, and baking them fresh in the morning, as it's been done for hundreds of years.
That's amazing.
We're disciples to that craft. Definitely feel free to come in and enjoy a bagel with us. We'd love to see you there. Coffee's wonderful. We work with Cannon Coffee. They're a wonderful roaster in Hagerstown. Some people that are doing some of the coolest stuff around. Really love their coffee. So, and when you come in, that's one of the things, especially for our newer guests, I like to point out. When you come in, look immediately to the left, you'll see a huge map on the wall. And you can see where we're sourcing everything that day. You can see, we're getting our eggs from here that day. Produce came from here. Grains are coming from here. So you can see everything in real time that's going into making the food that you're going to eat that day.
Yeah. What better way? I mean, the ingredient list is nice, but to know that it is coming as close locally as possible to get what you're doing. All right, so here's the next big question. What is the next phase for Twin Bears Bakery? How many people are preparing the food that you're making now?
Well, we've got a great team. So a year ago, we walked in that building. It was me plus 5. Currently, we are me plus 17. We have 17 employees there.
Wow.
And it's a great team. I mean, some of those people have been working with us. Shout outs Jay, Thomas, Alejandro, folks that were with us, when we were still a cottage bakery, or, we were baking out of a commercial kitchen, shared kitchen. So, there are people that have been with us for a long time. And that's something that I really, I always try to talk about. So Twin Bears is really a testament to the amazing team that we have in place.
Yeah.
So that is what makes the food so wonderful that everybody tries every day, is that we've got a team that's hugely passionate about it, hugely patient with all my wild ideas and, all the stress and everything that goes into running a business, but being able to pull a team in and say, hey, look, I've got this idea. And then, a month later, here's this finished product, or here's this finished concept. Also, shout out to my wife, Emily, social media star. She's wonderful. And everybody's favorite, my daughter, Zia. She's 13 now. Also a huge fan of yours. I got to say, has been following your arc for a long time. She's
so sweet.
When she was 7, we would get Dani trivia. I don't know, she would learn these random facts about you and listening to you on the radio and would hit me with random Dani trivia.
Oh, so God bless her.
She's going to hate me for saying that.
I love her. We're going to send her home with some Good Morning Frederick merch. We can't let her leave without that. But yeah.
Well, this is great. I know we've been talking about this for years, so it's great to finally be able to sit down with you. And
it is really. And, again, I think that you're just going to have to duplicate yourself maybe. Do you have potential to increase production?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, it's always a little bit of shaking the magic 8 ball, and for us, one of the parts of being sustainable is making sure we're minimizing the amount of waste, right? So we are. It is a finite product. We're open till 4. We do sell out, and we sell out, fairly regularly. So if you come in at 3:45, we may not have a large selection. But unlike a lot of larger commercial chain bakeries that just, they're using such cheap inputs that just bundling a bunch of stuff and throwing it in the trash at the end of the day or whatever happens to it is part of their margin. We don't look at it that way. We want to pay our farmers a sustainable wage, try to take care of our staff the best that we can. And part of that is trying to minimize waste. So we do have a lot of capacity. We're currently sitting in about 4,200 square feet. So we have a lot of space to continue to grow and expand how much we're able to serve Frederick. And we do have a full wholesale side of the business. So, we've got great customers out there. Gravel and Grind, is a great customer of ours. Y Oak Tavern uses our bread. We've got a number of wonderful, both large and small wholesale customers that use our bread. That is a huge impact. That really helps us out. Yeah.
Well, that is just phenomenal. And I just love when I watch people who have just been doing their stuff. You guys have just kind of kept your heads down, just kept rolling, and now you are a really huge part of this community. And continuing to grow, and 17 employees, boy, that is nothing to sneeze at. I've had employees before; it's tough, and but you're giving jobs to people in this community, and can't wait because your kids, they work in the business, right?
Yeah, you can come in. I mean, we got a bunch of pictures on the wall, and there's a great picture of our daughter. She was 8 years old. She used to love coming to the market, just like talking to people and. She would work for 15 minutes and then go run around and buy apples and sweet stuff.
Right.
But it was just a great experience. And there's a lot of our customers whose kids we've watched grow, who's also watched Zia grow. So she's definitely still a part of the business. And
I love it.
I love the feeling of, being there and, seeing Emily, seeing Zia, looking over, seeing employees that have been with us for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a nice experience to be able to do that. And I just, I don't want to, there's one other thing that's really important to me is, I want to talk about Frederick in general. So we're transplants. We came here 12 years ago. And, we both had our corporate careers at the time and we had some flexibility, right? We had the ability to be able to live in other places across the United States. And we found the community of Frederick and fell deeply in love with this community. So something I always like to say and remind people is that, we're in Frederick by choice. And I think sometimes when you've been here your whole life, you kind of get these blinders on and you don't realize that what we have here as a community is very special, right?
Yeah.
This is a wonderful community. We've got a wide range of people, a wide range of beliefs and religions and political views. And it's a place where we can all come together, and we're really happy to be able to have our little part of that and be able to support that community.
Well, I'll tell you this, if you can't come together over a toasty piece of bread, then something is seriously wrong with you. So there we go. We can share that together. Breaking bread. I mean, you can't even talk about how poetic that is. So let's try to do that more and more. But I do agree, for every area has its faults, but I gotta say, if I had to be anywhere, this is where I would choose to be as well, and did. Again, I moved away for 17 years, came back. I grew up here. So I love it. I love it so much. Well, look, we love Twin Bears Bakery. You can find them on South Carroll Street. Go check them out. Get there early. try to pick up one of the farmers markets. We're going to talk a lot about CSAs coming up now, because I am going to start doing a whole series, first of all, on the agriculture here in Frederick County. Awesome. Secondly, on what you can do with the stuff you get in your CSA box, because I know sometimes the things aren't what you expected, and we're going to make sure you know how to use all the items in the CSA. And there's some really cool CSAs where you can just go on and pick and choose what you want, like eggs and meat and cheese and all kinds of things from local producers, which is so cool. It makes getting your stuff, you're healthier, fresher, and I'm telling you, your family is going to die, because I know when I eat stuff today, I think it does not taste anything like it did when I was a kid, and that's the problem. And we need to get back to making sure we're all healthy. We want everyone here for a long time. So, Andrew, thank you so much. Thanks for the treats, and I'll make sure we're going to give you an image of some of the goodies that he brought today. But, yeah, we wish you guys all the success. I know you don't need the good luck, but, yeah, thank you.
Well, same for you. Keep on doing what you're doing. I think it's easy to lose sight when you're kind of in it and working, but these kind of opportunities, you taking the time to reach out to small businesses and talk about our farms and really help nurture the community, I think really makes a difference. So thank you for all you do on a daily basis. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to try to do this so we don't screw anything else up. Our next guest is already in house, which is great. We're going to get him in the hot seat. I'm going to get Andrew some swag to take back to Twin Bears. We're going to play a couple commercials, and then I'll be right back right after this.
What makes for a perfect custom engagement ring? Truly understanding the elements that make a ring that's perfect for you. Custom by Colonial. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Okay. Oh gosh. All right. So can you want to pop that chair up a little bit? Yeah. And I'm going to change the name. This is how we do. This is, you know what? This is the way it goes. And this is real. And Mike Kuster. All right. I want to welcome my next guest, Mike Kuster. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thanks for having me, Dani.
Yeah. Okay. So you are a local musician here in Frederick.
Yes.
Are you from this area?
Yes, I grew up on the farm on Ballinger Creek Pike.
Oh, well, there we go. Talking about the agriculture here in Frederick County. Does your family still have a farm there?
My parents are still there. When one of my younger sisters got married to another farmer, my dad happily moved the cows off of the farm because my dad is a real cowboy, as in breaking and training horses. And
wow.
That's his passion. He still does it. He's 74 years old and still
God
training
bless
horses
him.
and hauling horses. And
yeah, so horses were his passion, and farming was, I guess, a means to an end for that.
Yeah.
Did your family grow up? Did they grow up there, your parents?
No, my parents grew up in Montgomery County.
Okay.
In fact, when I was little, we lived in Montgomery County. My latest song is about moving to Frederick.
Oh, I love it.
It's called Corn Fed.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you grew up in this area, and when did music kind of come on the scene for you?
Oh, very early. When I was a real little kid, I remember going to my dad's best friend's wedding, and there was a band there, and my dad and his friend were friends with the guy singing, Benny Dean and the Blackjacks.
Okay.
And I remember I was probably 3 years old, just sitting there staring at this guy singing and the fiddle player. And I said, that's what I want to do. And so I went to school, and when they offered music lessons and said, I want to play the fiddle, and they said, well, we'll teach you to play the violin.
Okay. Well, close. It was close, I guess, right?
So my dad always played guitar, so I learned guitar by watching my dad.
Yeah.
But I just grew up steeped in traditional classic country music. It was either in my grandfather's garage or in the barn. That's what we listened to. And
well, before you walked in, Andrew and I were talking about when I was saying I was going to chat with you, the local music scene here in Frederick, I believe, has gotten pretty robust. I know about 10 years ago, people were saying, oh, it's terrible and we don't have a lot. But I think right now we have a lot of really cool locations for musicians to play. The brewery scene has helped, especially a lot of songwriters.
Yes.
You have people like Freddie Long and, oh my gosh, I can't even think. There's so many that, it's just a really great opportunity to test out new music and write new music and do your thing. Are you finding that?
Oh, yeah. There's a great scene. Some really fantastic artists. I have a playlist of Frederick County music on Spotify that's just people from Frederick County who have written music. So they're all their self-written songs. So people like Philip Saylor, who goes by Strip Mall Ballads, Georgia Ray Braun, Jason Hannon, and his wife Michelle. There's just a great
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get that list from you, and so I'd love to give them all an opportunity to come on too. I love that it's Mike Kuster and the Catoctin Cowboys. That's really fun.
Yeah, my bass player came up with that. Actually, my bass player and drummer found me, and our first rehearsal, we went over to his house. He has a studio in his basement, and he had a sign made up that just said Mike Custer and the Catoctin Cowboys. Made it into like a little American flag, and I said, that's
oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. All right, so you have an album. How many? Is this the first album you've done?
No.
Okay, you've done a lot.
I have 2 LPs, 1 EP, and I am almost done the 3rd LP.
Oh, so, wow. Excellent. And what is that like as an artist when you kind of bring things to fruition? Because I know these are like your babies. Like all the songs have their own personalities and everything. And putting everything together into one album has got to be tough.
It's tough, but it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever heard a Nashville studio musician play my music, I was crying.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like, oh my God, somebody who can actually play is bringing this thing to life. So,
oh, wow.
Going down, I go to Nashville several times a year and record with the same people. We've done 38 songs together so far.
Whoa.
And it's just a great group of guys, and they're fantastic. My guitar player is Billy Ray Cyrus's guitar player and music director. my producer has produced so many great albums. My fiddle player is the most awarded fiddle player in history.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Cleveland. He's up for a Grammy Award with our good buddy Jason Carter. So
holy cow.
That's exciting to have.
That is exciting.
Mike and Jason going down there. And of course, they're up against another friend of ours, Billy Strings. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
it's a good group of people to be with.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm very fortunate to have stumbled upon all of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I guess if you have to lose to somebody, it might as well be somebody else. That's amazing. All right. And this one is called, I have, let's see, you got.
Mountain Monsters of Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my daughter kept bugging me to write a Christmas album, and I said, everybody does that. I'm going to do a Halloween album.
Oh, my gosh, that's awesome.
I wrote a few songs. I think there's 5 on that EP that are all about the mountain monsters in Frederick County. So
awesome. I'd play it, but I'd get banned by Facebook. So, so even with you on the show, probably. But I love Country So Fresh. You have to check your boots. That's really, really cute. I like that.
Thank you.
And all right, so you are playing at Rockwell.
Yes, tomorrow night, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Come out and see us. We're going to bring the honky tonk to Rockwell Brewery.
I love it. I love that. And then February 14th, you're in Leesburg.
Yes.
For what a great Valentine's Day. You're going to do a lot of your, do you have any kind of ballads, love songs and all that in your repertoire?
Well, yes, in my repertoire. Maybe not ones I've written. Mine tend to be more cheating, hurting.
Classic country.
Right.
The dog ran away, truck got stolen. Yeah, I got it.
Right.
I got it. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, sad songs make me happy.
Yeah. So let me ask you, as a musician, what do you find about the access that artists have now through channels like TikTok, YouTube, being able to reach worldwide audiences on their own? What do you think about that?
Well, it's great. It's really, really great that so many of us who are independent, because I don't want a label owning my stuff. I don't want a publishing company owning my stuff. So it gives us a way to reach people. It's not, breaking down the doors, people, but it's something, especially since it's so hard to get into commercial radio, which is really run by the labels.
Yeah.
And
I would say this, as somebody who's in radio, I have two schools of thought. Number one, I don't think it was ever as publicly known what happens to an artist when they sign a contract as it has been the last probably 5 to 10 years, when artists are coming out and telling the truth about what happens when you sign the contract. Like, I think it's, and again, this happens with American Idol, The Voice, any musician, any artist, once they sign, they literally sign their rights away. And I think, I don't think people were very aware with Michael Jackson and Sony, and you had U2, you had Pearl Jam. I don't think there were enough people who jumped on that bandwagon to make the impact then. But the artists are really speaking out now. And I think it is because they now have the access to the worldwide audience. They don't actually need a lot of the commercial radio play that every artist depended on. So I think that's refreshing. Now I'd love to do away with Ticketmaster and that whole debacle. But I don't think it should have ever been set up that way. And I think that's terrible. So I love social media for telling that story, because I think the young artist sees someone like Luke Combs or, Morgan Wallen or these huge megastars, and they think, oh my God, I just want to do that. However, I think a lot of the artists who have stayed independent are actually richer.
Yes,
literally, financially, and personally.
Yeah, I think people are always surprised when they see some of these big names that eventually end up saying, I'm bankrupt.
I'm broke.
Have no money.
Yeah.
And it's when you sign that contract, you're signing a mortgage.
Yeah.
On everything.
A lifetime.
So that label pays for everything up front. That's why they're able to get the radio promoters that cost thousands of dollars a month. They're able to get billboards in Times Square.
Yeah.
But that's all on loan.
Yeah.
They're paying for that up front, but you're paying them back with your royalties, with your,
you own nothing.
Yeah,
you own nothing,
so
and
you've really got. That's why you have some of these artists that are. I mean, Willie Nelson's 92 years old and still touring. Of course, he had his IRS debacle.
Yeah. He hasn't helped himself.
But that's the only way to make money.
But the point, and so I can't even remember who the artist was who came out and said, somebody was saying, oh, well, you're selling you're playing these sold out arenas and stadiums, and he was like, I literally get $0.
Right.
Zero from the merch. From playing, from all those tickets, from everything that's happening, I get $0. I'm playing for free.
Right.
I'm paying off what they paid to have me do the album. I'm paying off what they paid to do the stadium tours and get the merch and all that stuff. So I'm so glad that artists are coming out now with that.
Yeah.
How is the music scene in Nashville now, because we call it Nash Vegas now.
Right.
It's like, again, something happened in the last 20 years with Nashville. I mean, obviously it was always the heart for country music, but it's now this every person's place.
Yes, Broadway is a whole
it's a different world, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it used to be nothing down there but one or two bars and some adult entertainment.
Yeah.
Now
Nash Vegas. Yeah, there you go.
It is. Every artist has their own bar. Which,
well, you can always see who's on the out when their bar closes and the one opens. You see, okay,
that's
the newest
another
hot thing.
There's only one or two that are owned by the artist,
right?
And the rest are licensed deals,
yeah.
And some of them are licensed with the Ryman, and that's how they get their Grand Ole Opry membership, is by giving proceeds from their bar to that. So.
Wow.
There's all sorts of tricks in Nashville. But yeah, it is a party all the time in Nashville. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Some of the music has changed. There's a few places like Robert's Western World and Ernest Tubbs Record Shop opened back up that play old. Like when people say, I want to go and listen to country music from Nashville, that's what you're going to hear. But then, Kid Rock has a bar.
I've been there, actually.
And there's people playing any type of music you want to hear. It's fantastic. That's what's really great about Nashville, is there's so much music, and it's such a variety. It's so diverse.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a great place to go. And actually, the great thing is you do hear live music starting at 24/7 basically. You can go anywhere, and I love watching the artists walking up Broadway with their guitar, their amp, and everything else. And
my buddy Buck has he has the backpack guitar, and he has a Segway.
Oh, right.
And he shoots from one bar to another.
Smart. Yeah, because you can't drive down there at all. No.
Yeah.
Well, look, we wish you all the success. I would love to have you back as things are happening with you when you're releasing new stuff. We'll have to look at maybe doing something when you're out playing. We love watching our local musicians do well and continue to do what they love. Now, are you able to do this full time?
No.
Okay. That's okay.
Streaming services pay, like Spotify plays 0.003 cents per stream.
All right. So everybody right now, you just go and download a bunch and play a bunch of songs. Mike Kuster is your name. And you can go to Rockwell. What are the tickets? Are there tickets for that?
Yeah, there are tickets. You can buy them at the door. You can buy them online, probably through tonight. I don't know if they still sell them tomorrow. I don't know too much about that.
Yeah.
They're $10 a piece to come see. So
go on out.
It's the same as doing the cover at a bar.
Support local musicians. We love that. We want to keep this live music scene thriving, and we love watching our local musicians do really well.
I see Dan Franco commented. He was on the other day.
Yeah.
He and I graduated from Frederick High in 1992 together. So you've had a week of FHS.
Oh, I know we have I tell you, doing this show has been the greatest gift to meet so many amazing people right in our community, just doing extraordinary things. And I'm so happy to have a small platform to do that, bring some awareness to everybody. And I think it's really, really great watching local people do well. And we got to support them so that they can continue to do that. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it. Awesome. All right, we're going to jump on a couple quick notes. I'm going to come back with your what's happening in Frederick, keep you up to date about that as well. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I know you guys are so good, patient, and we'll be right back after this.
Sponsored by Lawn Squad. Quick and easy quote, and you can be on your way to having the best lawn in the neighborhood. Watch the progress as Brian from Lawn Squad brings Dani's lawn back to life. Visit lawnsquad.com.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by The Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative, holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. Massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and a healing journey program. Check out thehealingstorm.com for all the details and to schedule an appointment today.
Sponsored by Maryland Lottery. Tons of ways to win. Hot scratch-offs like Big Money, where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, you can download the app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. Must be 18 to play. Please play responsibly. Sponsored by A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, windows and gutters, and they can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Dani sent you.
All right. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to have this up so you can hear me, and I can't figure out another way to do it. Oh, wait, maybe this one. There we go. You should still be able to hear me, hopefully. If not, let me know. Boy, what amazing guests we had today. It is just so fun. I love doing this show. I really do. But we do have to go over what's happening in Frederick. I'm going to do that right now.
Sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza off Route 40 in Frederick and at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Taquito offers the same great quality food with a drive-through experience. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com.
All right. Well, I get so enlightened when I have guests that are just so animated and so wonderful. I tell you, between Andrew, my gosh, you should see the stash. If you're in downtown Frederick right now, come knock on the door at 401 North Market Street. I'm happy to share the gorgeous goodies that he brought. All right. Now, the weather this weekend. Who knows? I'm checking the weather like every hour, and let me just see. I don't even know what it says it's going to be today. I know everybody right now is like running to the store. The winter storm watch starts Saturday at 4 o'clock. So I'm wondering if some of these events that we have going on will still go. I don't know, though. So you're going to want to check social media. But Boomtown, the full movie, I guess, that's taking part 1, putting part 2, it's all together in one, is supposed to happen 6:30 at the Weinberg. They might cancel it, so I'm not sure. Stay tuned with them for that one. January 31st, we hope that the weather is perfect for Kicking Up a Cure. That is at the Thermont Event Complex. We invite you, your friends, your family. This is for all people. It's going to be so fun. Sharon from Sharon's School of Dance is going to teach us the line dances, and then we're going to do them. I am so uncoordinated, but I will still be there to have a good time. All right, dinner is included with your $30 ticket. Thermont Country Kitchen is doing roasted chicken and vegetables and potato. And it is going to be extraordinary. Clustered Spires Bakery is providing cupcakes for everybody. We have free mechanical bull rides. Thanks to Shannon Flannery, the goddess of real estate of Mauer Realty, and of course, Good Morning Frederick. We're going to have some giveaways. I'm going to bring some T-shirts and other stuff like our cups. We're going to have tons of fun. So you got to get your ticket right now. Go to WFRE.com, and there is a ticket link where you can purchase them. Bring everybody. It is going to be so much fun. Plus, what else is there to do in January on a Saturday night from 7 to 11? Nothing I can tell you. All right, February 4th. Excuse me. Oh, Lord, I'm going to sneeze. African Americans of Excellence program, and it kicks off the online art auction, which benefits 6 nonprofits. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. You can get your tickets. They're just $20 each at weinbergcenter.org. What do they say when you have to sneeze? Or is it when your ears itch? Somebody's talking about you, or when your nose itches, you're going to get some money? I just sneeze. There you go. That's going to be a great night of inspiration. We want you to join us for that. Bring the family out. We honor 7 African Americans in our Frederick community who have greatly impacted our lives for the better. March 14th, you can get your teams together for Blessings in a Backpack. The Race to Feed event is at Hood College. It is from 11 to 2. And the ultimate winner, obviously, are the kids of Frederick County who get food to take home during spring break. March 30th, the countywide adult egg hunt begins. I want to thank Uncle Ralph's Bakery and A&S Construction for signing on as early sponsors. If you want to sponsor the event, let me know. If you want to just give some prizes, because all 300 eggs have to have a prize attached to them. And we've got tons already, but we would love to have yours if you want to be involved. Just let me know. Relay for Life of Frederick County is May 15th and 16th. I'm telling you this now so that if you want to put a team together, if you want to fundraise, you need a little time to do that. If you just want to register and participate, you can do that anytime. All right. Today, the 22nd today. First of all, shouting out, happening right now, happy 5th anniversary to Sandra and the A&S Construction team, 5 years. And she has built that business from nothing to extraordinary. If you need roofing or siding or anything on the exterior of your home, windows, gutters, patios, and decks, she can do it. But they are celebrating right now at the Frederick Chamber. At 6:30 tonight, author Richard Bell wrote The American Revolution and the Fate of the World. He's at the Seaber Arts Library. 7 o'clock, there is the meeting at Winchester Hall for fiber optic boosting facility planned for historic Kriggerstown. Now, somebody told me this is essentially a data center. So I think that we're never going to be away from this data center conversation, but the residents of Kriggerstown are going to be at Winchester Hall tonight. If you want to learn more about it, you can go and attend. We had Dan Franco was on just a minute ago shouting out Mike Kuster. He's in Macbeth, the performance that is happening. I would go to tomorrow night's show because the other shows are Saturday night and Sunday afternoon, which if we get what everybody says we're going to get, then it may not happen. So, but who knows? They have said these things before and we've gotten nothing. So I'm just trying to look and see what the precipitate. They say 5 to 8 inches Saturday night. So I don't know when that's going to happen. But anyway, I hope they have a whole full weekend of theater at New Spire Arts. The 24th, the adoption event with Double Dog Dare Rescue is at PetSmart and the Boomtown screening. And once again, you're going to want to check social media to make sure those are happening depending on the weather. The 25th, there's a singer-songwriter showcase and open mic at Rockwell Brewery. We love that Rockwell has become literally the live music central point. It's a large, if you've not been, it's got a lot of parking right off Monocacy Boulevard. And they're bringing in bands literally, I think at least 5 days a week, 4 days a week on the regular, and sometimes even more than that. So go support Rockwell because they are supporting our local artists, just like Mike, who will be there tomorrow night. Also, if you have any hiking gear in your closet, boots, pants, long sleeve shirts, whatever you've got that's good stuff that you no longer need, please reach out to my friend Sasanka Sharma. He runs Hike Lovers International. It is a free Facebook group of people who do easy to extreme hikes. And they do hike every weekend, I believe. So you want to check that out if you want to get outdoors more frequently. But he's got a lot of people who like to spend time outside and just don't have the equipment they need. The 27th, mark your calendar for Creative Hive Happy Hour at McClintock. That one's free, but they want you to RSVP so they know how many people to expect. And February 7th is first Saturday here in Frederick, and it is the largest one, Fire and Ice, where all the ice sculptures are down on the creek and along Market Street, and everyone comes out. It is a huge, if the weather is nice, boy, it is a huge, huge day. All right. I've sat here in the sunlight long enough, in the dark, basically. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. AJ will be back tomorrow, so we will be back to our normal, non-chaotic, but sometimes chaotic programming. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and being an advocate for my show. And please share. Right now, I'm really close to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I would love if you guys would share it. My goal for 2026 is 3,000, but hitting that 2,000 number would be phenomenal. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow morning right here at 9 a.m. on Good Morning Frederick. Let's get out there and be great.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.